Whereas I can give you my all 2017. That's the best.
Why are you floating?
Hey, I heard you kicked some bandit ass today. Thanks.
He's no longer floating.
He
Spoiler warning right now for Dying Light 2. If you don't want to know what the ending is or shit that happens in the story, don't watch because I'm gonna spoil things. This is kind of a review. I don't know. I'm mostly I decided to come up with this video idea when I did the ending, and I got really pissed off. I'm like, fuck it, this is gonna be a video. But it's not a rant because I enjoy Dying Light 2. But holy fuck, are there some serious bugs that ruin the game, and not just your game, but also your computer that you're playing on. So let's get into this shit before it turns into a rant.
Cliff! Spear!
First off, I want to start off with the good notes, right? Because this game, like, I never played Dying Light 1, alright? And going into Dying Light 2 kind of seemed like you needed to know some of the story, but at the same time I was just like, I don't know. I didn't really seem to need to know much of the story. I was looking for my sister, and yeah, that's the extent of that, you know, that's all you're looking for is your sister. But what's pretty cool, you know, is that how you choose to interact with people and whatnot can be story effective. Some stuff is kind of like, hey, you might choose this, but it's still gonna direct you that way, and it's kind of like, why'd you allow me to choose? Made no difference. Totally side note. Otherwise, this game was a lot of fun. Where am I going with this? I don't know. Here's a funny clip to draw you guys back in.
Oh, and Sunday shoes. I'm sorry. Are we gonna just talk about the Sunday shoes that you found?
What about him?
You just took a pair of sweet kicks from a...
The bugs. I'm gonna be honest. The majority of the bugs are a lot of fun. They made cutscenes funnier. Like a lot of the times, you would see the AI be static, but you'd see your character interact with, like, if they were moving around, whatnot. It was funny as fuck. But other than that, some of the stuff was kind of annoying. Like, you would think you're gonna mantle onto something, and then you would just fall off. I think that was the only major one that I kind of had a bug with. I didn't like the paraglider. Didn't feel that well. Grappling hook, fucking incredible. Love it. Here's an example of me abusing the grappling hook plus one of the combat abilities. I'm going to be saying a lot. If anyone wants to make an counter, be pretty cool. But I need to get into the end game, the epilogue. This is what I'm going to be talking about. This is the big spoiler stuff if you don't want it ruined for you. Because this is where a majority of my complaints come from. The bizarre people were kind of just cunts. Everyone in that first area, old villa or whatever, they were just all stupid. And then when it came to a later game, it was like, here's a bunch of characters that we hope you'll remember because we're going to bring them back in at later times. And then you're also going to forget about them because you talked to them for 2 seconds. And I don't know. And granted, I did cut through cutscenes, but at the same time, it's because the people weren't entertaining, right? I don't know. The people to me just weren't. I don't know. I didn't feel involved with them. I didn't think that I was going to care much about them. And I didn't. I really didn't. But that didn't really affect how I chose to do my ending. When the epilogue started and I got to the butcher's base, I knew I was going to side with him. I knew Jack was being a cunt, or Jack Matt or whatever, Matt Jack, 2 first name person. I knew he was being kind of a cunt, and I didn't want to side with him, and it made it more and more obvious whenever it was like, yes, he killed Frank? I think it's who it was. One of the Night Runner people, the head of the Night Runner, who was an absolute cunt towards you the entire time until you did what he couldn't do. That's kind of the general gist of this. Everyone fucking hated you, or they either hated you because you were from the outside, or they fucking loved you because you saved their life through doing something else.
This guy is. Oh.
Alright, he is cut in half. This dude is cut in half, and he's still. What is happening? I think our instance is broke. Oh, there he goes.
And then when we got to the story, we fought Waltz 5 fucking times. He had 5 stages, and they weren't different at all. Every single boss stage with him was the exact same, right? Fucking pissed me off.
That's kind of dumb. I can't use the gun on him.
You do no damage to him. He has all of his abilities are knockback abilities, right? They're all power hits, all knockback. I'm pretty damn sure. I think whenever he goes, he's swiping at you like aggressively, like a fucking cat trying to get a piece of string. Maybe that was the only one you could potentially block, right? But I don't know if that was intended for it to be like, this is tough, this is challenging, this is gonna be really hard. No, it's just, fuck you, get knocked off, climb back up. Fuck you, get knocked off, climb back up. That's what the entire of the fight felt like. 5 times, by the way. Five separate. Oh, okay. Last one, you gotta use your special powers, and bro, I will save that for something else. The end of the story where it's like, you can save Maya or you can save the city. Maya said she wanted to fucking die. So right there I was like, alright, cool, you want to die, you don't want to be alive anymore, that's awesome, I'm saving the city. And that was kind of the plan all along.
You need oxygen now. Without it, I can't.
You've been trying to cure me for years. I don't want it anymore.
Or the missiles could take out the rest of the city. I'm like, 1 life? Or like 1,000 lives? They just gotta, I don't know. That's cool that you're my sister, but like, you kind of looking like a vegetable right now, like a dried up. You look like a raisin, bro. Like she was dead. The character that's been helping you out all along has to go manually detonate bombs. Would you like them to do that, or would you like to do it? And it's just like, yeah, they can do it. They're already dying. They got shot in the shoulder. What was it? Bitten in the stomach, shot in the shoulder. And it's kind of like, alright, cool. You're probably gonna die in the next day or 2, or get turned. But I'm gonna catch you later. You can manually detonate them inside the silo. And the game there, after all of that, where he does the cutscene of you're running out, and then it tells you, it kind of like reiterates what choices you made that had impacts on the world. The game froze. It black screened and it would not progress. Apparently, this is a common bug. How the actual fuck is story progression through a cutscene not gonna work? Right? How the fuck? I don't even understand how the game fucked up so bad when it's alt tabbing. If you have multiple monitors, this is the only way I've known of it. If you alt tab out to go click on something else and you do it too many times, like 3 or 4 times, hell, I think even once if you did it, the game would seize up your computer. You could only interact with the game itself. Anything else, you could not close applications, open applications, you could not access other screens, anything else. You had to turn off and on your computer to be able to do anything. Other than that, other than those 2 massive complaints, which actually most people would probably give a game a negative rating for. 2 complaints, 3 complaints, 3 complaints. Story ending, the story ending freezing, and then yeah, I think those 3 would probably warrant overall negative rating from people, at least on Steam. Probably Reddit too. I don't use Reddit. I wouldn't know, but I still enjoy the game. The base game itself, running around, stabbing things. I enjoyed playing it solo. I enjoy playing it co-op. If Steam servers were fucking working when this was when I recorded this, it probably would have been better too, because multiple times when I streamed, if I have it, I don't think I do. I'll have to go back and clip it. And I'm honestly too lazy to do that. There's 3 instances where Steam servers shut down. I think 2 days prior, Steam servers had shut down, so you couldn't play with people. And the prior day as well. 3 days in a row, Steam servers were kind of fucked. So when I tried to join a public lobby to like jump in on others to like assist lower light people, or lower light, fuck, I'm playing Destiny 2 too much. Lower level people, I couldn't because Steam servers were fucked. So I don't know. TLDR, game go when work. I would recommend it in a few months, hopefully when everything is patched over and they release their DLCs. That's probably when I would recommend it. Other than that, don't buy it at full price. Get it on sale. Overall rating, though, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this. Fuck the bugs that crash your computer. I don't know how to end videos, guys. Like, odds are I'm just going to cut it right here.